At the October 13 Neligh Oakdale School Board meeting, a patron asked the board about the involvement of the district with an organization, another ballot committee, and the production of their political flyer.
You go ahead and have the floor.
Okay. There was a flyer sent out, and I've been trying to figure out who sent this flyer out. It says concerns, or it says citizens, 2014 Citizens of Neligh Oakdale School Bond. I understand that this organization, this committee, has had meetings with community organizations, and that the school set up those meetings. The secretary, Ms. Wilkinson, made the calls for that. So my question becomes, who sent out these cards? Who contacted the school for these 4 open houses that were scheduled on here? And you know, and the drawings that are on it, I've never seen these drawings before. How did this committee wind up with access to these documents? It also has the school's website on it. So, do I wait for an answer, or do I sit down and just hear what you have to say?
Are you done with your question?
Yeah, I'd like the opportunity to follow up on some of those questions.
Well, we're not in a question and answer. You're addressing the board with your concerns.
Listen closely, as Superintendent Langenfelter never identifies the committee, nor who gave them the dates for the community meetings for the flyer, nor admits involvement with it at all. She does, though, attempt to defer any responsibility over to the school board.
With regards to the brochure, if we all remember, Sampson Construction, when Bell and Carrie and Brad interviewed all of the potential construction managers, that was pre-bond service work. And that was the recommendation to the board, that Sampson Construction had the highest quality, best track record for pre-bond service work. So that is a service that they provide pre-bond. They have not paid, or we have not as a district paid them any money. It's contribution in kind is how that is explained to me.
The board went with Sampson Construction because they provided the highest quality pre-bond services. What she's talking about is campaign services. The board hired them for their campaign services. Remember their flyer telling you to vote for it? After Sampson was caught, they filed an in-kind report with the State Disclosure Board, confirming they were campaigning. We imagine Sampson just pads that expense into any later contract. But again, high-quality pre-bond services is in reality vote for campaign services.
With regards to Linda and public records, she read through the list of records that were requested, and her time is not as expensive as my time. However, I will more carefully review those records before any further documentation is submitted.
Superintendent Langenfelter is paid the higher salary in part as her duties include being the official custodian of public records for the district. It is she who released the names, parents' names, birth dates, and places of birth of every person in the district from birth to 20 years of age to us, when we never asked for them. We asked if that was even legal or not. She's never given us an answer. We promptly gave them back to the district. Remember the patron's questions earlier having to do with who coordinated the meetings between the school and this political committee, and who sent out the cards? See if you hear her answer those questions.
With regards to setting up public meetings, that information that was shared at those public meetings was not for or against the bond issue. It listed the issues, it had budget information, and it listed solutions. But it was not a vote for or vote against document. And those are all the questions I have written down.
That's a non-answer. Maybe here's why she won't answer the questions. These aren't the only emails we have. Key members of the school board and Superintendent Lingenfelter had their hand in every part of this political campaign and on our dime. Is this even legal? Now her refusing to answer makes sense. Now, silence may not be outright deception, but Superintendent Lingenfelter and key members of the school board have not earned our trust in this bond proposal. To help the community begin to restore trust with our administration and school board, join us Tuesday, November 4, and vote against. Thank you.